Join me as I dive into the eerie world of abandoned places and challenge myself to uncover the creepiest legends hiding in the shadows. There's something undeniably fascinating about abandoned places, don't you think? They're like time capsules, frozen in a moment of history, whispering secrets to anyone brave enough to listen. And what makes them even more intriguing is the creepiness that often accompanies them. Legends, myths, and stories that blur the lines between reality and the supernatural, making it impossible to distinguish fact from fiction. I think it's this uncertainty that draws us in, this sense that there's more to the story than what's visible on the surface. Abandoned places have a way of sparking our imagination, making us wonder what happened, why they were left behind, and what secrets they might hold. And it's precisely this air of mystery that makes them so captivating. There's something undeniably alluring about exploring the unknown, about venturing into the uncharted territories of the past. It's like being a detective, trying to piece together the puzzle of what went wrong, of what drove people away from these once thriving communities. And it's in these abandoned places that we often find the perfect breeding ground for creepy legends. From haunted hospitals to abandoned asylums, there are countless stories waiting to be uncovered. Stories of ghostly apparitions, unexplained noises, and supernatural occurrences that will send chills down your spine. And today, I'll be sharing some of the most eerie legends tied to specific abandoned locations. Let's start with the legend of the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. This sprawling Victorian mansion was built in the late 1800s by Sarah Winchester, the widow of the Winchester Rifleaire. The story goes that Sarah was haunted by the ghosts of people killed by the company's guns, and that she built the house to confuse and appease these spirits. The result is a labyrinthine mansion with staircases leading to nowhere, doors that open into walls, and a plethora of strange architectural features. Another legend that will send shivers down your spine is that of the Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts. This former psychiatric hospital was notorious for its brutal treatment of patients, and its dark history has spawned countless ghost stories and urban legends. People have reported seeing apparitions, hearing strange noises, and even experiencing unexplained phenomena like being pushed or touched by an unseen force. The next legend takes us to the Chernobyl exclusion zone, where the abandoned city of Pripyat lies frozen in time. The story goes that after the nuclear disaster in 1986, the city was evacuated, leaving behind a graveyard of abandoned buildings, cars, and even a theme park. But what's really creepy is the rumor that some people refuse to leave, and that they're still living in the shadows, watching and waiting. And finally, there's the legend of the Villisca Axe Murder House in Iowa, where 8 people, including 6 children, were brutally murdered with an axe in 1912. The crime was never solved, and the house has been the site of countless paranormal sightings and occurrences. People have reported hearing children laughing and playing, seeing apparitions, and even experiencing unexplained phenomena like being touched or pushed. But there's one legend that stands out above the rest, one that's so shocking, so unsettling, that it'll haunt your dreams. It's the story of the Gunkanjima Island in Japan, where coal miners and their families lived in a fortress-like community from the late 1800s to the 1970s. The island was abandoned after the coal deposits ran out, leaving behind a ghost town of crumbling buildings, rusting machinery, and a dark history of exploitation, poverty, and death. The story goes that the miners were treated like slaves, forced to work long hours in dangerous conditions, and that many died in accidents or from illnesses. But what's really creepy is that the island was abandoned so suddenly, leaving behind a frozen moment in time. Today, visitors report seeing apparitions, hearing strange noises, and experiencing unexplained phenomena like being touched or pushed. It's as if the island is haunted by the spirits of the miners, trapped in a world of poverty, exploitation, and despair. So, as we reflect on the legends we've shared today, it's hard not to be drawn back to the allure of abandoned places. They're like portals to the past, whispering secrets and stories that are both fascinating and terrifying. And it's precisely this blend of reality and myth that makes them so captivating. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the creepy world of abandoned places and legends. If you have a favorite creepy legend or an abandoned place you'd like to learn more about, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you.